There's another story. But wait. There's more. There's much more. There's so much more to this story. So, we had a group come in, and they ordered 4 orange juices. Just 4 orange juices. I definitely can't forget this group, Bronco. I really can't, because I dealt with this. I dealt with this personally. So we had this group come in. They were on the first level, and they ordered 4 orange juices. Like, okay, cool. So the orange juices brought out to the table, and then I'm doing my manager thing at the end of the night. I'm running around the floor like I'm supposed to. Doing table touches, getting things done, making sure everything doesn't fall apart. And now, we see this. At the end of the night, there was puke at the table. Like, right behind the table. Then, there was puke in a pitcher at said table. And then, there was puke in the trash can that was in the lower lounge. So, in those 3 places, they puked. And then, behind the table. Not behind the table. So we have columns which are pretty much... No, it was just orange juice that was at the table, yes. However, it was not orange juice. We're going with Brie. It was, quote-unquote, orange juice. Because they can't quote because they don't have beans yet. It was orange juice. There was a 1 liter bottle of Grey Goose. 1 liter bottle of Grey Goose hidden in between the column and the club caddy. So out I pull this bottle that is from my hand to my pretty much almost my elbow, or at my elbow. The bottle is huge. No, they weren't Gen Z. They weren't. They were older. They were much older. They're like each at least 30. Then it's like, hey. I go into the office. It's like, hang on. I go into the office. Hey, so I found this at one of my tables. Like,
Where did it come from?
It came from 116, 117, like right in between there.
Who's the server?
Oh, it's this person.
They didn't see it?
No, they didn't see it. I didn't see it. We're both confused. That's why we came in here to figure out what's going on with it.
Then it's like...
Then it's like, hey, Haven. He puked in a pitcher. It's like... Okay. And the floor. Okay. And the trash can. And I was gonna call maintenance. Okay. Maintenance, come back.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we need the powder to clean up some stuff and things. I'll just let you know. You'll know when you see it. Like, just go to like 116 with the stuff.
It's like, okay.
It's like, what do you expect me to do? It's like, don't worry about this. Just worry about the rest of your section, because maintenance is going to make sure this is clean and sanitary. Other than that, the rest of your section looks good, so yeah, that's it. Are we going to get in trouble? I have no idea, honestly. Am I going to get in trouble? I have no idea. Like, I've never seen this before. I have never dealt with this before. We're both in the same boat here. So if anything happens to me, I'll let you know. And yeah, that was the time that I found a 1 liter bottle of Grey Goose at hidden behind a table. You will find out what the red button does. Yes, you will. We will do story now. We will do story now. So last night I had these people come in around, I think it was like 9:50 something. Like it was like 9:55. Hello, Sarah. Good to see you, friend. It was like 9:55 or whatever, and we had this group of people. It's like, okay, that happens every time. I deal with people every single day on a daily basis. So they come up to the desk, or they are about to go up to the desk. I was just done dealing with something on the 3rd floor, so I go down back to the lobby on the 2nd floor. And what happened next? Pretty much one person was vaping, so it's like, okay, I'm about to go tell them off for that. And then one of the people in the lobby is like, hey, do you look 22? It's like, no, not even in the slightest. So I go up. Hey guys, just letting you know, 1, you can't vape. If you do that again, you guys are out of here. And 2, who's the oldest in your group? It's like, oh, I am. It's like, how old are you? 22. Uh-huh. Okay. Can I see an ID? It's like, sure, I saw the ID. And then looking down at it. Let me go into the back. Hey, do you think you agree this is fake, right?
Yes, 100%.
Great, that's all I need to know. Come on, Tifa, work with me. It's like, yeah. I can't take this. It's like,
okay, that was my gag ID.
it's like, really now? So do you have another ID?
Yeah, I do. Here you go.
And now it's a New York ID, so they gave me a New York and a New Jersey license. So, now we have to find out where they're actually from. And this is where the fun begins. So, are you from New York or New Jersey? No response. They all start talking and blabbing their mouths. They all start talking. Stop. 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 Are you, just you, are you from New York or New Jersey? Still no answer. It's like, Adam, Adam, Adam. And then on the radio very low, Adam, 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 Adam. And then he comes over. He's probably my favorite manager over there, helping me out with so many things. So many things like this too. So now he's over here. And he's like, yeah, fake IDs. He's like, I gave you, show the fake ID. It's like, what do you mean a fake? It's like, what the boop is a fake ID? What do you mean what the boop is a fake ID? Clearly you just showed it. And then now, in comes the 3rd manager. Now we have 3 of us there. And then I just look at the 3rd manager. Just like, oh my god. Look over at the 3rd manager. It's like, yeah, one of them had a fake ID.
It's like, oh, that's no then.
Perfect. And then they're arguing for about 5 or 10 minutes after. One of them slightly pulled me to the side. It's like, what do you mean? Like, what's going on with Dave? Like, it's just policy. You can't do that in here. Like, it's just common sense. And a moral thing too. It's like, I don't care. Common sense. Common sense. This has nothing to do with morals. If you were worried about morals, you would have not brought in 6 fake IDs. 6 fake IDs. You just don't go to a place and show a fake ID and then expect to get service. One person ruins it for the group. If one person shows a fake ID, they don't get service for the rest of the table. Or we don't give anything because we do not... We do not want to have to deal with the shenanigans of passing a drink. And then they left about, I think, another 5 minutes after. And my other manager said it best. They have two choices. One, they can either leave quietly, or two, they can wait for PD to get there, get questioned, and then probably docked or something. I don't know. But yeah, that was story time. That was story time from last night. Whew. And also another mini story is there are people at 234 and they took out a green Gatorade bottle and red Solo cups. You don't think we'd notice that? Then there were the people that had their own bottle of rosé champagne and opened it. That was a fun group. And then they asked to play a Russian song on our thing. And then we did that. And then they left, finally. Yeah, that was just a weird night. That was such a weird night. We had... Let's go stream here super fast. We also had someone that ordered... This is when we first opened. We had someone that ordered 2 pizzas for their table. They were like at, let's say 302, whatever. It's like the guy comes in.
Hey, I have these 2 pies for 302.
It's like, can I get a manager to the lobby, please? And then they were most likely turned away. The group was most likely turned away because of that shenanigans. Because we don't deal with that. No outside food allowed at our establishment. Even if it's kosher. Sadly, we don't have many kosher options since our kitchen is not deemed kosher due to our sanitization methods. Or not sanitization methods, our dishwashing methods. Because they have to be soaked first. They pretty much have to be soaked first. In pretty much rainwater. And then, for like some sort of blessing. And then, they're able to be washed normally afterwards. So since we don't do that method for washing our dishes and things, it's pretty much not safe. So our only option is really like kosher chips, which we have to ring in as carrots and celery, which is always our go-to. It's like, oh, it's not nothing, carrots and celery? Cool, I can do that. I had someone who was allergic to corn, who had a corn allergy. I'm curious about this clip now. Let's see this clip. Let's see what Bree got for us. Can I see an ID? It's like, sure, I saw the ID. And then looking down at it. Let me go into the back. Let me go into the back. Hey, do you think this is... You agree this is fake, right?
Yes, 100%.
Great, that's all I need to know. Can I see an ID? I wish I green screened that. I wish I green screened that. You know what? I'm going to keep that as a clip. We're going to keep that as a redeem. We're going to make that a redeem 100%. But yeah, that happened last night. Oop, wrong one. Wrong one. Then there's another shorter story time. There's another one. Way shorter than this. So this was back last summer. Yeah, it was like summer 2020. towards the end of the night, we had this one group of KG guests, which is kosher guests in our terminology. Pretty much, they usually come in groups of, they come in tables of 2s and 3s, but this was a table of 1, which we got lucky with. Because usually around Hanukkah and Passover are 2 very, very crazy weeks over there, but this was just summer. You have them come every once in a while. It's summer. Every single group's going to come out and have a good time. We want to make sure they at least do. So now, pretty much, there is something going on at this one table. So there is an adult. The adult has on white slacks, a coat, or, hang on, white shirt. They had a white shirt, jacket, white brim hat, black slacks, and they were the adult at the table. And then there were 1, 2, 3, I think there's like 4 or 5 kids there, younger kids, younger people, like maybe 12, no, maybe like 13 to 15, like around that age. Let's just say 13 for reasons. Yeah, I would say 13. So pretty much, I have this one table. I go over to the POS, which is our point of sale, which is what we use to put in our food and beverage orders. I had the security guard with me up there because he was doing his patrols and stuff. Then like, Franklin, I'm going to pretty much for both standing next to each other on POS. Like, Franklin, I'm just going to print this tab. We're going to leave it right here. And if anything happens at that table, I'm just going to stop it. Like, okay. So, now, this is where things get fun. Real fun. Okay. So, there is a bottle of Stella Artois, which is a beer. We have it on tap, but we also have it in a bottle. And then I just see one of them take a swig. One of the kids take a swig of the bottle. Then I'm like, I'm going over to that table right now. Okay, you're done. And swipe the table clear. Like, wait, what did we do? Okay, so what does it take to get a drink in New Jersey? A license. And if you don't have a license, the silence continues. The silence continues for a good 20 seconds. Okay, so you don't realize what you just did. So you just allowed a minor to drink, which is considered underage drinking in this specific area, especially in here with our liquor license. That means you illegally gave that minor an adult beverage. You gave that minor an adult beverage. Even though they are the ones who took it, you are the one who is legally responsible for them. Therefore, I am not allowing you to be in this building anymore. So, you can do me a favor, pay your tab, and leave. Like, give us one chance. You just allowed a minor to underage drink and you asking me for a second chance? No. No, it's not happening. And then my favorite manager that was in the last story, he's like, he gave them half off their gameplay. It's like, I still wish I went, nope. They pay full price. And I wanted to throw it off the T line, but we can't do that. So it's like, nope, they pay full price. They underage drank. I should charge you double. No, didn't do that. They still paid for the drink, and then they left, and they're like, thank you. Okay. But yeah, that was my 2 manager stories. The story about a server. This next one. So, we have the big 8 allergies: peanut, tree nut, wheat, gluten, soy, dairy, egg, fish, and shellfish. And then you have sesame as an allergy sometimes. So with that, someone ordered a cookie sundae. It's weird that I love your voice for storytelling or just in general. It's up to you, Bree. I'm not the biggest fan of my voice. Raventail, how are you, friend? So long. Long time no see. Good to see you, friend. Hello. Oh, thank you, friend. Thank you, Bree. We also do a podcast if you're interested. So if you want to hear me more, you can do that too. So what was I doing? What story was it? I forgot. Oh, this was the server. So yeah, the Big 8 allergies. And this person put in a cookie sundae for someone who has a peanut allergy. Now class, do we know what sometimes cookies may contain? That's right. They sometimes can contain traces of peanuts or tree nuts due to the fact that they were manufactured in a place that does deal with that type of interaction. Exactly. Thank you, Bree. Nuts. So, this person gave someone who has a peanut tree nut allergy a cookie sundae, which has ice cream and cookies, which may contain traces of peanuts and tree nuts due to the fact that it's a manufacturing facility that deals with peanuts and tree nuts. You know how I knew this? Well, I was getting some water and then I was walking out of the bev station. And he coming over to me, he's like,
Yeah, I put it in cookie sundae. It got to the table already, but this person has a peanut tree nut allergy.
what?
Yeah, that person has a peanut tree nut allergy.
Okay, so I am half sprinting. We call it swan theory. When everything looks calm and collected on the outside, but on the inside, you are just busting your butt to get to what you need to do. So I go over, table touch, like, hey guys, just wanted to double check on everything. How's all the food? How's all the beverages? Is he enjoying the sundae? And I'm a little nervous because it's a peanut tree nut allergy. And they have a sundae on the table. Like, yeah, he's doing fine. Like, okay, cool. Just wanted to check in on you guys for anything. My name is Haven. I'm hospitality manager. I'm one of the managers one of the red shirts on the floor. All of us are here to help you out. If you need anything, let me know. Thank you, friend. Goodbye. And then I pretty much go off on this server. If you have anyone that has a peanut or tree nut allergy, you do not give them cookie sundae or the cookie skillet because it contains traces of peanuts or tree nuts due to the fact that it was made in a facility that does deal with peanuts and tree nuts on their same manufacturing line. There's so much more you need to learn. Okay. There's another story. But wait. There's more. There's much more. There's so much more to this story. Because there's more stuff that happens later. So later on, the same person has two people that were at their table for 3 hours. Let me get a calculator out. So, pretty much we can serve 2 drinks per hour to one person. So, two drinks per person per hour. That's fine. So there's 2 of them. So that means they can have 4 drinks per hour. 4 drinks per hour between the 2 of them. That is perfectly fine. So they had 4 drinks in the first hour. And then they had 4 drinks in the second hour. And then there was 4 drinks in the third hour. So that means they were each able to have 6 drinks in that hour. Or 6 drinks each per that 3 hours. Which they were served safely. However, they served it in a bucket. They served it in a bucket, which contains... This music is perfect right now. I'm gonna save this. There we go. So. Okay, let's clear all this out. So we got all that. We got all that, right? We got all that? Perfect. So. In a bucket, it contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's our first 6 drinks. When were these drinks served? Well, pretty much, if a bucket contains 6, bucket equals 6 drinks. How many people does it serve? How many people do we think it serves? Well, the bucket serves 3 people. And then what happened? They gave it to a table that had 2 people. So, in the first hour and a half, they had 6 drinks. In the second hour and a half, they had 6 drinks. So therefore, they got their 12. They got their 12 in 3 hours, which they did get served correctly. They did not... Hang on. They got served the correct amount, but in the wrong connotation. So what this means is they had the chance to overserve due to the fact that when a bucket hits a table, which means gets to the table, that's what we mean when the item hits. So when a bucket hits a table and you have 3 people, we're assuming that they're going to have 2 apiece. But there's always a chance that someone's going to grab another drink, and we can't really like hover over a table 24/7 pretty much. So they got served the 3 drinks, or they got served 6 drinks in the first hour and a half, and the second round of drinks, which was the next 6, in the second hour and a half. So they served the correct amount in the wrong context. You need to make sure that when you serve a bucket in this establishment, you have at least 3 people. If you want to serve someone a pitcher, you need at least 2 people. They could have gotten 6 pitchers. No. Let me double check. Or they could have gotten served 3 pitchers. 3 pitchers. Because a pitcher contains about 4 drinks worth. So 2 per person. They could have got served 3 pitchers, and that would have been fine. Because it was all the same exact beer. I think it was Bud Light. So they could have had 3 pitchers of Bud Light in those hour and a halves. And it probably would have been more enjoyable than 12 bottles. I'm pretty sure it would have been way more enjoyable. So yeah. This was the first write-up I pretty much had to do. I told him about it. It's like, you do realize that... Let's go back to the lounge, or to the library. So you realize what you did, right? What did I do? Oh, hang on. Where's my thing?
What did I do?
Okay, so with that table, you just served them 12 drinks, which was fine. Because they were here, you said, for 3 hours. I double-checked, and they were here for 3 hours, so you're good on that part. However, you gave them 2 buckets, which we cannot do for 2 people. Buckets are primarily for 3 or more, due to the fact that there's always a chance that someone's going to grab another. I understand you don't want to go to the bar as often, because you were in 308 and the bar is by 319. We're all running around, we're all walking around. I know that feeling too, don't worry. I didn't say that part, but we're both thinking it, probably. So, I am going to have to document this.
What do you mean you're gonna have to document this?
It's my job. I have to document things that happen.
Am I gonna get in trouble?
This next part didn't happen. But I want to say it here. So the same person who gave someone with a peanut tree nut allergy cookie sundae where they could possibly had anaphylactic shock also gave someone 2 buckets in 3 hours to 2 people when it primarily meant for 3 and serving 12 drinks in the wrong connotation to these guests in 3 hours. Doesn't think they're going to get in trouble for serving drinks improperly. Of course you're not going to get in trouble for this, because clearly documenting doesn't do anything. But this next part happened. All of that for like the past 45 seconds. All of that for the past 45 seconds was just for emphasis. But it was like 5 to 10 seconds of just silence between us. Me just like, really? 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 Okay, there we go. Personally, I have no idea if you're going to get in trouble. However, you're probably going to be speaking to one of the HMs, which over there is one of our higher-ups, because I'm middle manager. You're going to be speaking to one of the HMs, most likely on your next shift or before you leave, so just keep that in mind. I'm going to document that we had this conversation. Other than that, clean up your section, and have a good night.